Good morning. It is Sunday morning, the 20th of February, and it's just past 8 a.m. here in Port Elliot, South Australia. A beautiful looking morning, even though it's not been long that I've been up. I did sleep in this morning, so it's lovely to have that little bit of a luxury. Although I was tired, so I needed it. It's looking like it's a bit dull and grey outside, but lovely and calm. I can hear the birds, and that no end pleases my day regardless. So there you go. And we do have Corinda. Good morning or good evening for you, isn't it? Are you in UK or US? I just can't quite remember. I think you're in US. There's another hey. So hey. There you go. I could say it 3 times. Hey. It's all right. Good morning, Corinda. Well, from me, a good morning to you for you tomorrow there, Corinda, if that's the case. And Tracy, good morning to you as well. And we do have Kim. Oh, you're staying in Sydney. It's 8:35. Yeah, you're the half hour in front. Sounds normal. That's a normal time zone, regardless of whether it's daylight saving or not. Queensland, on the other hand, is a little different, isn't it? And already we have a troll. So I'll just go and deal with that. What we're here for, of course, is our daily Lenormand card spread reading. And what I like to instruct you to do is to tune into whatever your spiritual connection is in whatever way that you like to, and then just to feel and sense into that which is, whoops, something there. Sorry, I didn't close off all my usual things. I'm just trying to get this working right.
Control. So I'm just going to deal with that. I'm just trying to get this.
I'm trying to get mine.
Right.
Oh, what's happening?
Control. So I'm just going to deal with that.
You're going to hear the double ups, triple ups, whatever they are. Yeah. Now, tune into your own sense of what is the spiritual messages that are coming your way, so that you are actually able to, sense into that more inner depth meaning for you of what I can share in the way that I do by my intuitive readings. So we've got, thanks Tracy, I have just noticed that you've put that message there. I did spend that time going over and blocking and reporting the spam myself as well. So thank you for that, Tracy. Each person, the more people that can do that, the better. So good morning, Michelle. And we've got the Facebook user there who is in the group. There is a description somewhere. I can't remember where it is. Look, if you happen to be in there, it's this one. Click on this link that I've just posted. It's in each of them, but that's more specifically for the private group that is a card reading group that I have someone visiting through. So that's good. And good morning. And yeah, Tracy, you've blocked. What you do is that right click on the person's name or hold your finger on it if you're on a mobile device until it comes up with those little options, like the 3 dots that say report and stuff like that, report, ban, block, delete, whatever. Do report it, because it's important. The more who send in, Facebook's algorithm might get the message that this particular person, whoever is at that ISP, is getting blocked and kicked off Facebook forever. Would be good, wouldn't it? So good morning, Rick. And I do work with the Lenormand cards. That is correct. Mademoiselle Lenormand, however you pronounce it in French, I don't know. So these are the cards that I'm going to be switching over to in a moment. And I haven't got my iPad here to monitor the comments in the Body Soul app. So I am going to YouTube, Ros Boundy Facebook page, Ros Boundy's card reading group, and the mytimetv.live. They're the spaces in Facebook and YouTube and the Body Soul app. So did I say good morning to you, Keza? Good morning. And you're getting ready for your big day of the 17 beds. Oh, wow. Ease up by the end of the day so that you can look after yourself too. And good morning, Shaz. Wonderful to have you here too. And we've got Rena. So good morning to you, Rena. Now, here we go with the cards. This is the LENORMAND deck rec that is, I'll just show you the card deck itself. Oops. This is the one that I'm using today. It's Pixie's Astounding LENORMAND, and it's by Edmund Zabrowski. Edmund Zabrowski. And that's what's on the back. So, you know, if you want to source where they actually were published in, and it's the US Games one. So they do a lot of the cards, I've noted. So anyway, they're a gorgeous, they're a cute deck. I like the way they're packaged and that. I do prefer my Gilded Reverie one, so they're gorgeous. And here's our owl card. It is those who fly solo have the strongest wings. Isn't it a beautiful photo of the owl? As you know, I do love the owls. So here we are. And we've still got the... there we go. So you've got that in the French. Now, I don't know French. Are you in Canada or French Canada or France? So Rick is, I'm just going to put that up. It looks safe. There's a place in France, cemetery, where Madame Lenormand is buried, I dare say. And we still have another spammer. The comments are coming in still, so I'm not quite understanding why they're showing. That's a bit of an interesting factor. I've got the suspension and ban and all that there. That's interesting. Sorry, I am just having to check that spam submission that I had, which is done. So it's interesting. I'm getting the feed through still, so do ignore anything that is coming from a spammer, troll, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, now let me see. Where was I up to with the comments? The cemetery, Père Lachaise. Not quite sure. Cemetery. Anyway, France. So you're in France, Rick. Well, welcome. I probably won't respond to any more questions or answers. It is a general card spread reading, and I'll go through the cards with you now. And here we go. I'm just going to go there a bit so that I'm in the center. I haven't left any extra cards out today. So the 5 that I've laid out, all I've done is 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom, of course. I am just going to take this as the more subliminal, as in subconscious layer, and the above layer, sort of like that's the horizon, so that above there is like the more conscious level of what we're delving into with our energies and the cards today. So here we are. Now, let me see. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, so I've got to come over here. So my button pressing today, this morning's a little bit slow, so sorry about that. And there's a little bit more to read because, Rick, you've put up that the people put the cards in the night, and Mademoiselle's Madame Lenormand's spirit becomes active. Oh, that'd be interesting to try it. Oh, just don't seem to read at night. I do them in the morning as my wake-up meditation type of thing, and then decided to start sharing them. It was as a result of a 30-day live streaming challenge at one point, and I've just kept going. It is now the 3 years that I've been doing these. You need to ask, Ros, because you're not sure of the cards. Well, you can ask, but looking at the cards and not so much at the screen is the reason why. I'll mention that, Corinda. So what we've got on our more obvious awake level, you know, what we can see, what we have a little bit more in our consciousness is this energy of the sun today, and the fish and the birds. So it is that very much a feeling of natural or nature in this line. Well, with most of what we get with the Lenormand deck anyway. So the sun's putting out that really beautiful masculine energy. Excuse me, I've got to take a drink. Got something that's working my throat, and it's not a frog. I hope it's not a frog. Oh, something there was working its energy up in my throat. Is someone finding it very difficult to speak out there? It really felt like a, whew. It was a deeper gurgle in the throat, as if something's going to be working up and being spoken, but it's holding itself back, is what I felt then. So, whether that was you, Corinda, or, oh, good morning, Joe. Lovely to see you here. I love that sunset, sunrise. And good morning to Connie. He popped up just at the right time as I was just starting to read these cards. And I had a tiny little bit of a throat thing happening. So with the sun and the energy of that, it is more that masculine, that strength of what is, it's life-sustaining as well. Why can't, oh, there. I thought for a minute you couldn't see the tip of my pointer. Life-sustaining energy of what the sun is. All of life here relies on the sun. It absolutely is a necessity to have the sun shining through the proper times so that our growth continues with the grasses and the plants and the vitamin D sunshine that we need on our skin, and all of that is with sustaining life. So we've got that factor bringing in abundance, because fish is the symbolism card of abundance in the Lenormand deck, and it really brings forward that working together as well. I'm feeling that strength through this, so that we've got that energy that's shifting through, and with our focus to be on what is our intentions in working together, but in bringing forward the things that we're doing, that it's in synchronicity with what our goals are, what our destiny is, what we really want to be doing. So that if you have a particular goal or a destination in mind for what you want with your business or workspace or anything like that, the arena that you're moving in your life, that you put that intention in with that beautiful warmth and energy of what is sunshine, as if you are bringing it into nurture that purpose and that journey, that destination. And a lot of that with the birds, there is that need. And especially since with the fish, most times you'll see that there's a school of fish. There's more than the one. There is the grouping. There is that large number. And with the birds, they flock. They do get together, and it's communication. You see them in the, especially those big flocks that do the migration, where you have that V point looking way that they fly. There is physics behind that and the purpose, and they communicate in and amongst themselves, and you see them doing things in unison, in pattern, in it's almost, I wouldn't call it just instinct. I definitely do feel that they all communicate. And that's what we're needing to be doing, and having our consciousness around the way that we communicate today, and shifting through the day with our energies, that it's in unison with others. And we've got Connie here as well. Did I say good morning to Connie? I did, didn't I? But now we do have Michaela. Good morning, Michaela. And good morning. And Rick, you're saying the infusion with honey and citron. Yes, and also I like ginger with it as well. Ginger is a beautiful touch to those soothing, that the energies around what helps with sore throats and things like that. It's not a sore throat. I was feeling the energy of someone not being able to communicate in that. It just felt it. Sometimes as empaths, there is that picking up of energies that actually feels physical. And in that instance, it still is feeling that a little bit. So get that communication happening, whoever's got that funny throat or wanting to say something and it's not quite happening. Bring it forward into this arena of how you're wanting to communicate. We've got the birds there to help you through your energy with that today. And I'm still getting some of it. So thank you for the advice though, Rick. Now, in that more subconscious, unaware type state that we've got today is the bear energy and the snake. The bear really is that undercurrent of the work that we're doing, that we just do, that it feels like it to me, that it's just that automatic, what we feel like is, the autopilot that we're just doing and don't have that mindfulness. So I think the bear is showing us that we're needing to bring some of that into our awareness, because that's why they've shown the cards to us in this way. So the bear, it's the how you work, the what you're doing, even to the point, I'd say, of having the mindfulness of how you're using your body, the muscles that you're using, the way that you're actually, what's a way that I can think of it? What's coming to mind is swimming, and the way that you actually, how did you get taught to swim? There were particular arm movements in particular ways, and the way to coincide that with our kicking of the feet in synchronized, there does seem to be a bit of synchronizing here in our day. So bring that together with the mindfulness around how we're actually moving our body. Are we still moving our muscles or our legs, seeing things correctly? Are we exercising our eyes even? That's where I'm feeling this is probably coming into play, of bringing our mindfulness to, or being present with, how is our body feeling in the motions that we're putting it through the day. Bring it out of that autopilot type feeling and have those moments. You see, it's starting to get croaky, and someone is needing to speak up. And no one else can do that for you. You're needing to be doing that yourself. Here's the bird card to signify that. So, having that mindfulness. And Keza, you're saying it's the Red Bulls that get you going. Oh, it's not a drink I like. I have tried it once. It's the same as the Dr. Pepper. I did try that once too, and I thought, well, that's a unique flavour. Obviously, to the Americans, it's a flavour they enjoy, but not this little Aussie. Certainly not. Now, the last card I'm going to read is the snake. Now, usually seen as the snake in the grass, it's probably the most frequent time that any of us see them is slithering through grasslands, or in the garden it would be through a garden bed, that type of thing. Sometimes, yes, I suppose, on the rocks and out in the open, of course, they are that cold-blooded physical creature. Here's me still having trouble with that. I think really it's like anything that we have in our environment. There is place and purpose for absolutely every creature that is alive. There was, even for those that are extinct, and it's humans that have gone in and invaded territory and really mucked a lot of it up. So, Keza, you fly through the day with the Red Bull, do you? What we're doing here now is sliding around with the snake. They are certainly earthbound. They do have that lovely, it's called slithering, isn't it? And in the Harry Potter series, it's slithering snakes. What's the name of the house is Slithering. The energy around, like, it really is that the ability to move through so many different places and spaces with ease, as there is that smooth skin, that scaliness that protects them, the smooth skin that they do shed. So it could be that what we've got the snake for today is to create that ease of movement. And in the risen snake, like this picture is, it's the position of, it feels like it's a protection, but it's also a way you can sort of almost sense it being able to see above what is the usual aspect of its ground space, so that it's actually rising above and having that different perspective of what would be its normal movement and level of vision on the ground. So what I'm feeling is that energy of rising above and really getting up to see that different view, the different perspective, just a slightly different way of being, because it probably, well, they do. I mean, I don't see too many snakes in the flesh, and I do try to avoid them, but we do see the documentaries where they are comfortable in that coiled position. It's potentially how they self-protect to sleep. I don't actually know for sure, but have that the understanding of stepping above, being in that different field of perspective is what I'm feeling with that, from what Spirit's giving me the message from that card this morning. So we are having that, in this more subconscious level, we tend to just assume the one position and move in that energy. But now what we're doing is bringing forward that awareness of what is the behind our body type thing in the movements, what energy it takes, how we're nourishing it to actually give it the fuel to keep moving in the way that we do. And then also being able to rise above. And I feel that's more the understanding level. We rise above to try to understand. We stand higher to see more of, especially in crowds. It's that sort of gain a better understanding of self and what we're moving through in our day. And it is this that is bringing us together in those flocks or schools or groups. So I'll leave you with that, with the energy of those cards today, and really enjoy what you're doing. And for those moments where you need to look a bit higher and see above the crowd type of thing, I've got one of those little emojis, memoji type things that's got it, you're peeping above the crowd. Have a look around. Really delve into what's being brought forward from that inner self as well. So here we go from Kezi. You like your workplace, your energy gets people back smiling. Happy everyone. Have a lovely country. Oh, it's a lovely country. Smile. Yes. Yeah, because you're out not in the city, isn't it? Near Darsford, Hepburn Springs. So yes, lots of animals this morning. Absolutely it is, isn't it? So I think it's also an indication, probably get back out in nature for a bit. Could be a beautiful day for a walk down the beach. So thank you, Rena, for that. And thank you, Keza, for your lovely blessings for the day, really. So, and thank you too, Rick, for that, for the hit with the honey and the lemon citrus. Thank you. As far as a beautiful soothing drink for a sore throat, for a throat that's having a few issues. So thank you. And it still is. So someone somewhere in the group that's watching or in replay even might even have that sort of sense of unable to talk about something. Well, push it through and actually do what you need to get that message out. And Connie, thank you, but not keen on snakes. Oh, I'm not keen on meeting them in real life myself either, but I certainly love the energy of them, because there is that transformative growth where, they're able to wiggle out of old skin and shift it up when they do go through that process of growth. And I think that's probably another one of those messages that we can take on too, when we start feeling too constricted by where we are in our life, to be able to sort of change things, grow as we grow, change things up by, slipping off that skin. We've outgrown it. So there we go. Now, Kim, thank you. Sorry, it could be me in throat chakra issue. I think at certain points, nearly everyone has throat chakra issues, don't they? Even just to work out what we need to say sometimes. It's why many people, you hear them do the tripping over their speech. It's what the connection is from the words that are probably too fast before they can come out the mouth. And they've got to go through that throat, don't they, with that voice box. So limber it up and do some singing or toning. That's what I'll be doing as well. So you never seem to have trouble talking. No, you don't. And that's fine. It is all fun. Yeah, no snake spiders, keep them away from you. Look, beautiful to look at. Beautiful to look at. Even spiders, though I tend to be the one that would be first to get in there with the thong. And thong, for those who are not Aussies, it's actually the flip-flop. The shoe, you whack them. If they're in my house, my territory, I'll whack them. So there you go. They don't last long. So thank you so much for each of you to be here joining in with me on a Sunday morning when probably sleeping a longer one might have been a good thing, but hey, we're here and enjoying our time together. So thank you. If you do, I like that, Kim, thanks. If you do need to, if you feel that you're needing a little bit more assistance or guidance to gain clarity or an answer to specific questions even, you can certainly have a look at my website up there that has the choices for readings or the hypnotherapy and stuff. So, or the Buy Me a Coffee. That's for the more, probably for those little shorter, one question, 3 card type readings. There's a few choices, and dancing and singing for the day with you to make the bed. So it's lovely that you can do that, and have a great day to everyone from Kim. Thank you so much, each of you. Tomorrow morning around the 8 o'clock. I don't think I've got any changes to tomorrow morning. So no, there's one coming up that I'll have to be either earlier or later. Anyway, we'll deal with that at the time. Keep being the best you that you can be. And until tomorrow, namaste. Bye.